Hey guys, my name is Zach. Today we're taking a look at the Young Rich 1/6 scale Miles Morales from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It's a really nice figure, and you can get this for about $190 on TNS Figure Community's Facebook group. That's where I got mine. And let's get into the figure. So first things first, let's start with the accessories. Now this figure does have a crap ton, so we'll start with the Stanley Spider-Man costume here on the left. The cape that Miles Morales tries to wear on the first day out. We have some Venom shock effects and also the cell phone, which I did place one of the stickers on. These Venom effects, they're okay. They're probably about as good as like your average Marvel Legends or Power Rangers Lightning Collection effect. Nothing really to write home about. Now, we do have a pair of Sony headphones that do have Sony branding, which is a little cheeky here, but as you'll see as this review goes on, this company doesn't really shy away from any trademarks. We have a charcoal pair of pants with a silver belt, and these things are fucking awful. I'll talk about them later in the review. We also have the USB Goober, which is the one from the beginning of the film. And we also have two web shooters. Really nice that they gave us two. I think in the film in this configuration, I think you only had one from Peter B. Parker. So they gave us two of those. We have some generic web effects. These look like just Hot Toys web effects. About the same quality too. We have a red can of spray paint, which I did put the label on from the sticker sheet, and that went on pretty easily. We also have this head sculpt, which is another big complaint of mine. You can see here the nose and the eyes. Everything is just all off on the web pattern. It looks like these eyes actually cause the fabric to pull to one side or the other, and they're not removable as far as I can tell. I've tried a few times with hot water, but it seems like it's kind of hit or miss. I've seen a few people that have had really clean eyes, a few people that have had really crooked masks, and yeah, I'm just not a big fan of the way they did this. I appreciate the effort in going through and making a fabric head sculpt, but in reality, I think it just kind of missed the mark. Though this is a janky suit appearance, so I can kind of forgive it a little bit. But yeah, that's the alternate head sculpt. This is the backpack he has at school, and for the first half of the film, and it's really nice. It has a little bit of foam padding on the inside to give it a little bit of thickness, and all the buttons do appear to be accurate to what's seen in the movie. Yeah, this is a really nice backpack. Up next, we have the Spidey Sense effect. This does come with a clear, opaque sheet that you'll need to remove when you put it out of the box, but it is very nice. You also have a Young Rich 1/6 scale certificate of authenticity with the Jordan logo, and on the other side it says, "Hello, my name is Spider-Man." So that's another bit of trademark infringement. But yeah, we also have a Nike box, and inside this Nike box is probably the best accessory in this entire set. And this box is ridiculous. Legal ease, the Nike logos. I'm not familiar with this exact pair of shoes, but this just seems like a really, really good replica. Taking a look here at the shoes, you can see that they look fantastic. They have this little texture on the red. The black is painted really cleanly. The soles have, and again, I'm not super into shoes, but my friend Steven tells me these are the icy blue soles. But yeah, these are really nice. I guess this was a promotional shoe that was released alongside the movie, and for them to include a full second set of shoes is really good. Watch out for those laces, though. They do fall off. They are separate pieces, and I've already had to glue back two of them. Here's a close-up on the cell phone and the Goober. They look really good. The cell phone does have a little sticker that I applied, and yeah, it looks pretty good. But anyways, let's talk about the figure. So out of the box, this is the look that you're going to get, and I think this figure is really nice. Now, the jacket is obviously the wrong color. Some people say in some scenes it's blue, it's green. For me personally, I've watched the film twice this week in preparation for this figure, and I never personally noticed a scene when it was blue. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think the jacket is probably the biggest misstep on this current outfit. But yeah, it looks really good. The head sculpt is a little stoic for my taste. Young Rich did put their logo here on the jacket, which is kind of cheeky. Not too keen on that. But I mean, it is blended well. It's not like they just put their logo at they at least tried to match some of the stuff from the film. And yeah, I just thought it was an interesting touch. I'd be curious to see if Hot Toys would ever do that in the future. Now, this is a full sweater, jacket, and shirt combo. So sometimes on Hot Toys figures, they'll actually do like a muscle shirt, but this is actually a fully sleeve shirt. and the sweater is fully sleeved as well. The body itself does have a little bit of a muscle sleeve on it, and we'll talk about that later when I show you guys the next outfit. You can see the soles of these Jordans are red, and yeah, they look really good. The socks are basically like tubes, and I did apply some of the Joy of Hobbying joint tightener to these joints here on the feet. They were super loose, and that really did help them out quite a bit, though I will do a second coating. But yeah, you can see that these they're pretty decent. That one definitely does need some more work, though. I did that same treatment to the wrists, and that did help them dramatically. Yeah, the wrists and the feet, those are super loose, as other reviewers have mentioned. And again, watch out for these laces, because this one right here keeps popping off, and it's super annoying. I finally went back after this review and super glued it, and hopefully I never have to touch that thing again, because it is awful. Here's a look at the wrist with the Joy of Hobbying joint fixer on it, and it's nice and tight, so I can't complain about that. Articulation isn't very hindered for a figure that's wearing 3 layers of clothing, 3 full layers of clothing, double joint at the elbow, shoulders go up to 90 degrees, butterfly joint. You can bring the ab crunch, which is really tight, and also the waist swivel, which is really tight. Definitely not as much articulation for a Spider-Man character, but definitely not bad. Double joint at the knees. The spread is decent. I think it's really only hindered by the pants. Ball joint at the ankles, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty standard stuff. So now, on dressing the figure, you can see that the body here does look very custom. I don't think I've ever seen a body of this color and this size. He does have some anatomy. There's the muscle sleeve that I was talking about. One thing I wish they did with this figure is I wish they did give you an extra set of wrist pegs, because this is not something that I believe will accept Hot Toys pegs. I think that could be something that could be a problem down the line. Here's the first day out Spider-Man outfit, and it fits really well. It goes up a little bit higher than I thought it did. You just have to really tighten the knot in the back, and on the back there is a price tag, which mentions, some of the stuff from the film. This outfit looks good. It's not my favorite, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, that's really all I can say about it. It fits well. It doesn't really restrict the articulation, but I just really can't personally get over the mask. It just bothers me, like super bothers me. Like, I just can't get over the mask. He does come with an actual standalone mask that if you had the Miles head on the body, he could be holding the mask, and I may try that in the future, but I was really looking forward to displaying it like this, and I'm just super sad that the mask is just all wongos. Now, he does also come with a wired cape, and that swaps on pretty easily, and it looks good. I mean, it's not the greatest cape of all time, but it does have a wire in it. And the one thing I don't really get, which I point out right there, is that little loop of ribbon that they use to attach the cape. It just looks super out of scale and super janky, so definitely not my favorite thing ever. Now, here he is with the third variation of the outfit with the jacket over the spider suit. And probably the absolute worst part of this set has to be these, not really the pants, but the belt. This buckle is fucking awful. I hate everything about this buckle. I've had to reglue this buckle back onto this fabric belt no less than 6 times to make this review. It is awful. And I'm using like really decent super glue too. The head I can get over. Like, I can totally get over this head. It is what it is. But damn, this belt is probably the most annoying thing of the set. Not only that, but the way it hooks into there's like a hole on the other side of the kind of like silver white fabric. It just doesn't really hook in that well, and it's just an absolute nightmare. So I had some people ask on my Facebook group what I think the best part of this figure is, and I think it's definitely just the quality of the tailoring of everything. It just fits really well. And of course, obviously the worst part has to be that belt buckle, with honorable mention the mask. It's just kind of a deal breaker for me. The articulation is really good. The laces right here also another letdown for me. But yeah, all those things I can really overlook. The Sony headphones, they don't fit super well. They are a little awkward to put on the figure, but yeah, I mean, other than that, this is a really good figure. I highly recommend you pick this up. A few nitpicks aside, I think this is probably as good as, an average Hot Toys release, and certainly far better than any third-party release I've had on the table in a while. Definitely pick this up, $190. I don't think you can spend your money any better in this hobby. But yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know below. I'll try to answer them, and please rate, comment, and subscribe.